and you can understand that concern at the moment. These wind speeds here in Townsville are just, they're just off the charts. And I know you were just reading out some of the readings a few moments ago, but of course they're only the official readings that we do have. I can just say, looking in the main street currently, it is just unbelievable what's unfolding here, and it has gotten worse in the last half an hour.
It certainly has. We're noticing a marked increase in the wind speeds. The cyclone is expected to make landfall around Innisfail at midnight tonight local time. Now, we are seeing warning of extremely strong winds, upwards of 280 kilometres an hour, which were already impacting on Townsville this afternoon. The wind gusts have been picking up in the last hour or so. We're now seeing gusts of over 120 kilometres an hour at Lucinda Point, and the storm surge, potentially the most dangerous part of the cyclone, is expected to affect areas between Cardwell and Lucinda.
Then it quietens down, and then it starts moaning again, and then it may last a little bit longer, and it's just minute after minute you go through this. And with the winds just picking up in the last 20 minutes, we've heard several bangs on the roof above us and some of the windows. So there has been a few little cries out from some of the people that have bunkering down next to me. They're obviously scared. And
that there are 173,000 or so premises that are without power at the moment. They're not entirely sure why, as of yet, whether one of the main towers gone down or whether it's more the case of something else. So they're trying to get to that as soon as possible. They have no information so far as to water and sewage. They're hoping that that's okay. Then in terms of telecommunications, Telstra is saying that 20 of its major substations, mobile substations, have gone down. They're trying to fix those. On top of that, more of those are without power. Now, at the moment, they're relying on generators, but there's only about 6 to 8 hours left in those generators, so that's something that could fail in the near future as well. Concern now is still for the town centres and areas around them where the cyclone is still heading. It's about 95 kilometres southeast of Georgetown at the moment, and it's bearing down at about 36 kilometres per hour. We're still talking about gale force winds, very, very destructive winds. One of the other really big things is flooding. We're getting some information now about just how much this torrential rain has been falling, and it's over 300 millimetres. So imagine that falling into these rivers. Grant was saying the rivers that he was coming across are very, very full. Are you right for supplies? Do you need food? Do you need water? How are you managing?
Look, we've got water. Power's gone, obviously, but we're bushies here. We've got the gas, and we've had a morning cup of tea, and just surveying the surrounds.
Well, it's 2 hours before the cyclone is still yet to hit, and I've got to say the power is just simply quite extraordinary. We thought we'd come out here because we know we're just about to lose power in the entire city. It's starting to dip in and out. There's only one thing more frightening than seeing the destruction and the power of the bending of the trees going on. It's knowing that we're going to be doing it in the darkness tonight and wondering whether the sound of a roof lifting nearby is actually going to be ours. As a weatherman, being inside a perfect storm has always been an intriguing thing. But I've got to tell you, once you're in it, you just don't want to be here. This is horrendous.
Tell us about the damage, the structural damage. Start with the caravan park. What have you been through? What have you suffered?
My caravans went flying in places they weren't made to go. But look, we've some of our buildings are still here, so our main residence in the office building was blocked, and it's still here. The bus shelter, which is like one of the brick buildings there, there's just massive big trees all on top of it. Looks like the roof's gone. You can just see for miles that you couldn't see before because everything's just gone off, mountains, trees. It's just an absolute mess, mate.
Angie, I think the hearts of all of Australia go out to you and the people of Tully. It is a wonderful little town, a Mission Beach. You caught the brunt of it. You got through it, which is the main thing, but there's a big effort to rebuild after it. Thank you for your time.
No worries, mate. Thanks, hey. Bye.
All right.
A breaking weather update for you now. Severe tropical cyclone YASI has crossed the Queensland coastline. It moved across Mission Beach at around 1 o'clock local time. The large and very destructive core extended between Innisfail and Cardwell. As you can see, the sheer size of this system extending across most of northern tropical Queensland.
To bring you up to date with the blackouts around, a breakdown of the areas. According to Ergon, the Townsville-Ingham area has been probably the hardest hit. 71,500 homes and premises blacked out there. In the Cairns area, 44,500, 14,000 in Cardwell, Innisfail, Burdekin, Whitsunday and Mackay, 27,500 homes and premises, and in the Tablelands, Cooktown and Mossman, about 16,000. So,
just want to show you this video that's come out of Mission Beach. Locals, they're sifting through the remains of their home, and look at that. I mean, it's just devastating scenes.
You really get an idea of how strong the cyclone was there when you see video like that.
And I guess you also look at that and you think how amazing that everyone has survived. I mean, those winds must have just been so strong.
The problem with Cardwell is that it was so close to the coast. A lot of boats have been thrown from their moorings back up into the town in amazing positions. The devastation to the marina is amazing. It's going to be millions and millions of dollars worth of damage there. That's going to take a long, long while to clean up all that damage. Many properties too, though, in Cardwell have taken a hit. Smaller than Tully, a lot of properties still been hit. But I think, by and large, it's going to be the damage to Tully that's really going to create the biggest headache for authorities.
While the cyclone has crossed, it's not safe out there, and experience teaches us that many injuries and sometimes fatalities occur after the cyclone has crossed. People have a false sense of security as the winds drop.
Jock Laurie from National Farmers Federation is with us from Canberra. Jock, what are the reports that you're getting of the hit to agriculture that Cyclone YASI has brought?
Well, I think you've already named it, Koshi. I think the bananas are an industry that's really going to take a belting. Obviously, the sugarcane industry also is something that we're very concerned about.
And the decimation of bananas, consumers are in for a rough ride, but not nearly as rough as the men and women who grow it all.
It's not much fun. Believe me, it's not much fun, but we just keep at it.
Masters, look at the price of bananas before the floods, at $2.99 a kilo. That went up by $1 to $3.99 a kilo after the Queensland downpour. Now, as a result of Cyclone YASI, prices for bananas are expected to rise in the next couple of weeks to $10 or maybe even $17 a kilo.